or they're not mapped in like a one-to-one way to the dramatic elements that they represent. That there's still this sort of like interesting, I don't want to call it a disconnect because it feels so connected, but I am playing an abstract card game that deals with shapes, and it feels like an abstract card game. It doesn't feel like a conversation. The actions that I'm taking don't feel like conversation. They feel like abstract game that is like just beautifully mapped to, I guess, the theme of conversation. Usually when we think about ludonarrative resonance or dissonance, as out of fashion as that term might be, we think about the actions that you're taking and the mechanics mapping in a sort of simulationist way, where you are interacting with virtual objects in the game that are the same as the thematic, there's no difference between the thing they are meant to represent and the function they have within the system. Or if there is a difference, that's where the dissonance comes from. This is a game that manages to completely separate the thing from its function while not having any distance between them, while maintaining sort of an equilibrium with no sense of distortion or dissonance, which is wild. Sorry, yikes. I don't know what happened. And I don't know where I was in that point. It looks like everybody dropped the stream. Wow, that sucks. Okay, well, yes. You can look at the VOD, I think, and it'll be there. I'm just saying that, like, there's something really magical that I'm still trying to wrap my head around, because I don't think I've ever seen it before, of how abstract the card game that I am actually playing is. And I don't know, 70% maybe of what I am doing is playing this abstract card game, and the game is very abstract, and yet it has this really incredible mapping to the narrative of the game, and what is happening. And I'm not used to that. I'm used to abstract games that are essentially themeless, that don't have a narrative, or don't embrace a narrative, and I'm used to the idea that in order to bring the formal elements, the mechanics of your game closer to the narrative, you need to think about it in a more simulationist way, and this game is defiantly anti-simulation, while still managing to sort of have this really tight clasp. Anyway, let's have this conversation, and then I'm gonna call it for today. My recipe calls for my family's distinctive vinegar, but my shipment from Haruto has gone missing. What is that darn brother of mine playing at? Doesn't he know what's at stake here? My signature flavors depend on that vinegar. Dark Heart, sorry, that's my bad. I failed to change it properly. Without it, I'm sure to lose the cook-off. Okay, I can do this. What do you think about this purple, huh? Shit, I wish I had a doubling card now. Okay. I don't want to leave him with a green to work with. Here, what if I do this? And then he'll have a blue to work with, and hopefully that'll lead to an orange. No, shaking the jar isn't gonna help. Buddy, no. Inherits the right-hand symbols from the previous card. Oh. Wait, what? Oh! Okay, got it. I think I understand what's happening here. So, this symbol, which is going to be implicitly the same as this symbol, gets added to whatever the right-hand symbol is. That seems a little bit strange, but, well, shit, dude, I don't know what to tell you. I'm real tired. Tasuto, the sheer gravity of the cook-off is lost on you, as if I don't already have my hands full with my brother withholding my vinegar. Yeah, sorry, buddy. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh, no, this is good. This is better. I mean, it's not good, but it is better. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, Salem. I guess let's talk to Salem. Pride and pickle juice, the air is ripe with anticipation, or maybe just fermented organic matter. The town buzzes with talk of the coming cook-off and the rivalry between Salem and Tosuto. You're here to cheer me on, aren't you? Don't worry, I'm more than prepared for the upcoming cook-off. At last, Tosuto will be unmasked for the pickle pilcher he is. Okay, this is a good card. Buddy. So I don't want to play this, because that's going to leave him with a purple. I think that he's orange and blue. Pilching, I think pilching means like stealing. Maybe I'm thinking of pilfering. I don't want to leave him with a green or a purple. I could leave him with a blue, but then I don't have a lot that I can play with. I could leave him with an orange and maybe turn the conversation towards orange. Or I could do this. No, that's not good. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try to turn the conversation towards orange. Oh shit, that was a link card. Okay, let's do that. Fate is full of surprises, but it never makes mistakes. In the end, the deserving prosper and the undeserving are punished. It has nothing to do with luck. I have 2 chatter. Thank you, Kyla. I wasn't paying attention to the chatter. I think that I think I'm maybe precarious. I think there's a good chance that I can make it through this next conversation. What do you think? Cabbage or cucumber? Bright red or mellow yellow? Trick question. I'm going to do it all. What, you ask, is the secret to making profoundly wonderful kimchi? Why, it's believing in yourself, of course. Okay. Interesting. Removes... Okay, backtrack. Removes all cards back to the last valid match. Oh, okay, so it does backtrack, but it doesn't count as a loss. Got it. Got it. Okay. But it doesn't matter because it was played correctly. And then this I can play, and it's just going to be a double blue. And then that's a blue, and there we go. Conversation over. I ended on a direct and forceful point that he did not understand, but it doesn't matter. Before I take up a challenge, no matter how small, I like to do a little meditation. Disciplined visualization helps secure the desired outcome. By the way, if you're heading north, take the back roads to avoid any panhandlers, hitchhikers. To avoid any panhandlers, hitchhikers, or leeches of any other stripe. Yeah, no, I definitely, like, this dude is rivals with a, like, seemingly nice guy who I vastly prefer to him, but have thus far been unable to engage in conversation successfully. You managed to give Salem the slip. Seeing as how he's perfectly capable of carrying a conversation on his own, you're not sure he'll even notice. Well, that's interesting, because this description, I think, is a characterization of this person, but it doesn't really match the game that I just played, where he was not. He didn't really exhibit this carrying on a conversation on his own. And I also don't feel like the resolution, like I as a person, as a player, kind of wanted to give him the slip, but we successfully navigated that conversation. I don't know that that tracks to me as managing to give him the slip. But I got kimchi too. Oh my gosh, I'm wildly successful here on this. Okay. Oh boy. Completely leaving a conversation seems pretty forceful to me. Yeah, Darkheart, that's a good point. I didn't think that the game was responding that granularly to, like, literally what was the last card that I played and how that represents my exit, but if it is, then that would make sense. Okay, so I don't like this. This card has not been good for me so far. Oof. Oof. I'm just gonna. Or I could do this one. Maybe I have too much green. Oh my god, this is so hard. I really feel a lot of pressure about, I think that I could easily create a deck, that I can't communicate with anybody with. I would get rid of the blue-purple. Yeah, I probably should have done that. You're right. That was smart, Kyla. Well, next time. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna stop here. I think it autosaves. Yeah. Rad. I'm gonna stop there. This game is really good. It's really enjoyable. It makes me feel really uncomfortable. And part of that is it's doing a good job of of this very gradual tutorialization. So I think we talked last week about, there's not really a tutorial, there's an introductory section, and I felt like last week I went through the introductory section, and this week it's clear that there's not a hard end to that. It's kind of it's taking some of the locks off, and opening up some more branching, opening up some more like consequences for talking to different people, those kinds of things. But it's in terms of my ability to exert control over the game that I'm playing, the card game, my ability to win that the way that I want to, is very slowly tapering off. And the game is giving me lots of forewarning of how much more difficult it's going to get. So there's a lot in this game that I think is very discomforting, intentionally and in a good way. This is really good. So thanks for joining me for Signs of the Sojourner. Keep playing this next week, and we'll play through at least one run of the game, see how long that takes. Thanks so much for joining me on this Thursday afternoon. Have a good weekend, everybody. Get some rest, get outside a little bit if you can. I hope that that you have a recuperative weekend, and then I'll see you next week, Monday for mostly walking, and Wednesday for more of this. And until then, stay safe, be well. See ya. Thanks for coming by.